Very good morning. Today is December 1st, and I didn't do a video yesterday night, so I thought I'll quickly do before the market hours. So that's the reason I came online. So let's quickly get on to what's happening in the market. So I have two important items. One is definitely let's look at what's happening with the ATH, and then second one is let's also look at the vehicle data. So usually, not usually, every month starting, the automobile companies, they do declare their vehicle sales. So typically what would happen, there is a website called Vahan Dashboard. Usually I go and then look at that particular data. But I think only one discrepancy that you might find is this particular dashboard. It only has the registration data, which means that sometimes people would have probably bought the vehicles, but then they would have not registered. But then this will give a good sense of what's going to happen with these automobile companies, mainly from the um, overall percentage sales perspective. It may not be 100% accurate, but then it will give a good sense of what's happening in the market. So I think that's what which we'll do today. Let me quickly share my screen. All right, if you look at this one, so Nifty, I believe it's all ready to close at the all-time high. Suppose if you look at carefully, I will perhaps get on to one day. So we did not officially reach all-time high because the close was all-time high. I think it's 26216. That's what I remember, 2160.5 to be precise. So we did not really close there. So which means that we are not officially all-time high. This was on Thursday. Thursday Nifty closed at about 26214, and then the next day, which was Friday, it's closed at 26202. So today, if it closes about 26 216 and above, we can officially call it as all-time high. So that's what it is. So I think by looking at the GIFT Nifty, there is high probability that Nifty will open as a gap up. Again, that is also a result of the good GDP sales that we had. I think it's about 8.2 or 8.5 around that. I think it's supposed to be better than what was India declaring earlier. But also there is one negative thing. IMF said that they do not really believe in the Indian GDP numbers. They felt it's little manipulated. So we do not know what is truth. But I think let's look at what FIIs definitely think about these numbers, right? So I think that would really reflect into how the market is going to move today. That's going to define. So as of now, if I go and then look at, let's say, look at 1 hour chart. So 1 hour chart, these are all the lines that I drew yesterday. So this is basically a good if Nifty can actually break this line, which is about 26245, and it can sustain enter today. I think there is definitely possibility of higher move. But then if it is not able to really sustain this line, which was previous high, in fact, it's going to really fall. But right now, my numbers were 25800 and then 25198. But then if this breaks, it can actually go up. So I will revise these numbers later today. So the approach always has been we should always follow the trend. So these numbers would definitely give some good amount of trend. But then when the trend changes, obviously we shouldn't really shy away from making our view. So as of now, this is my view. And then if the, as I said, if Nifty changes the direction, then I'll have to go and then see what else we can do from the trade perspective. On that note, let me quickly share automobile data. So this is basically, we have previous month to this month. I think the only one issue with this data would be, I think the Diwali happened last year in November, and then this year, I think it's October, obviously. So that could be one of the things, but still, let's have a look at the data. I think irrespective, these are all the companies that have uh, got up with the positive. I think probably I'll not say sales data, or maybe I will say confirmed sales data, where it actually comes from the comes from the registration, right? So this is instead of sales, I would say it's registration data to be precise. That's where there is no confusion there. So Mahindra has clocked a good amount of growth, but then this is not all the vehicles, right? This is just the tractors, and then they have the Swaraj division, which is also did well. But on the negative side, Hero motorcycle. One second. And the negative side, we have Hero motorcycle and the Hero motor cup. These are all the sales that are showing negative. So we'll have to look at obviously real data, right? So have a look at it and then see if you can actually relate to. So Maruti Suzuki, for instance, it actually showed a negative data. This was compared to October 2025 to November. But again, as I said, we need to be very cautious. October data, we have the Diwali. So that's the reason. So let's look at same month last year. Last year again, November. I think November had a Diwali, so again, it's not a great comparison. But then, as of now, this is what the data, right? So let's look at how these companies would actually really declare the data as we speak. So I think that's about that. And then we also have the CPR classification viewer. One second. Yeah. If you look at weekly, we have the narrow CPR is Axis Bank, Bajaj Auto, Nifty, sorry, Infi, ITC, LNT, Tata Consumer, Tata Steel. These are all the weekly CPR, which are the narrow CPR. And then on the daily, we have Adani Ports, Apollo Hospitals, Asian Paints, Bajaj Finance, and then the Bell and Grasim. So HDFC, Motor Corp. So I got a bit of a cold, so for this reason. Um, Kotak Bank and Nifty Bank. So have a look at it, some of the stocks as we progress the day, right? So again, there is no buyer sell recommendation, but have a quick look at. But I think one very important thing is, and I think one second, yeah, narrow CPR. These are all the stocks which are on the weekly side. So have a look at it, them, and then say. I think Bajaj Auto is also going to come with some results today, right? So later today. So I think if you look at the Vahan data, where is Bajaj Auto? So Bajaj Auto, I think from the November versus November, it actually had the negative, but also from the previous month to this month also, it has, I think, negative. So have a look at it. I think that's all for now. This is a very short video. I thought I'll quickly share this data and then probably have a screenshot and then see how the markets would perform. Take care. Bye-bye.